Shalom. First thing I want to say is I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Ba'asham yahawashi. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and salutation to you brothers that's out there pushing the truth sincerely. What I want to get into right now is basically seeking Yahawah, Ba'asham yahawashi. Yahawah and yahawashi. Why he yet may be found, because we in that time, if you pay attention to the news and what's happening with the yuan and the U.S. The petrodollar or the U.S. dollar, it's actually it's falling, it's been falling, but it's actually being made null and void. So the times that's the Jacob's trouble is right around the corner, so I'm gonna jump right into the lesson, and brothers get edification from it. Just a couple scriptures, but through the spirit, hopefully this will build you up through the spirit of Yahweh yahawashi, to endure and to continue in the faith, while you're still able. It's Isaiah 55:6. Seek Yahweh while he yet may be found. Call upon him while he is near. So you have to call upon him, in his name, which is Yahweh, and the only name that's given amongst men that we must be saved and worship, man, who is yahawashi. So we have to call on those names, Yahawah, Ba'asham yahawashi, which is Yahweh coming in the name of yahawashi, to be redeemed, and that's the first step is having faith in the name. It said, let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto Yahweh, and he will have mercy upon him and to our power. For he will abundantly pardon, so it don't matter what you've done, because there's people out here, that's that did some abominable things in the world. We done all ate swine, we done all, went off. The scriptures say we all fall short of the glory of Yahweh, Ba'asham yahawashi. So right now, just try your best, and try to get your life, and try to get right with Yahweh Ba'asham yahawashi, because now is the time where you need to hoard faith. You need to hoard it, because we gonna need it, in that day, because Ezra said, woe is me, who shall deliver me in those days, and the angel told him he was going to be redeemed. So it was that rough, the vision he seen was that rough of the times that's going to come. He was still afraid, so you gotta seek Yahweh yahawashi while they yet may be found. And I'm gonna get a 2nd Ezra 15:17. This is 2nd Ezra 15. I'm gonna start at 11. I'm gonna jump around. Well, I'm gonna start at 11. 2nd Ezra 15:11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with the plagues as before, and destroy all the land thereof. So he said, scriptures say, he gonna smite Egypt as he did before. So that tells you, and then you can go to Exodus 11:7, to actually prove that we're in Egypt. So Egypt was hit with plagues, and we all know that America, well, the brothers in the know, in the thing of ours, in this thing of ours, know that America is Sodom, Egypt, and Babylon. So when you go to Exodus 11, what a daughter of Babylon, so like it, 11, verse 7, and when they shall, 11 and 8, so like 11 and 8, and their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of that great city, which spiritually is called Sodom in Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. So, and that's talking about here in America, because this place is known as Sodom in Egypt. You got all these homosexuals running around, all these lesbians, bestiality, pedophilia, all mannerisms of nonsense, is found in this place, just like Egypt. Slavery, that's why it's known as Egypt, because of slavery. Look what happened to the Israelites, man, the Negroes, Latins, and Native Americans. We were sold on them auction blocks, 25, 35 sold, and that's actually in the scriptures. They cast lots for my people, and 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 this place is Sodom and Egypt, So that when you go back to Esdras, it says Esdras 15 and 11, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and will smite Egypt with the plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundations of it shall be smitten with plagues and punishment that our power shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fall through in blasting of hell and with fearful constellation. So they that till the field, that's why, you got it's a famine, technically, because it's a shortage of food. That's why you're seeing the prices of everything going up, because it's a shortage of food. You got a lot of plain countries who deal with the with as far as crops. They've been getting flooded out. I mean, it's been droughts where they've been burnt, but they not putting this in the media. They keeping it from your eyes. So it's already starting to happen, but on a small level. But it's going to happen even on a greater scale, It said, woe unto the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draw nigh. One people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hand. So basically, it's basically sedition among men. Everybody is gonna be like Call of Duty, multiplayer. Everybody gonna have a gun, and trying to fight, to protect themselves, or to steal, or to take what you got, For it shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their king nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So basically, when you gonna be, they gonna have these guns, and they gonna be able to conquer, to do what they want to do. They not gonna care about the government. They're not gonna care about the police. They're not gonna care about the governor. They're not gonna care about the aldermen. None of that shit is gonna matter in that day, because it's gonna be basically everybody's mindset is gonna go to let the strong survive. It's gonna go back to basically every man for themselves. I mean, it's gonna be that, So it's, and man shall desire to go in the city and shall not be able, So, and that's where your martial law come in, because you're gonna want to go into the city, and you're not gonna be able to, or you're not gonna. They have a checkpoint, and they may not let you pass at a certain time because it's blocked off, or you're not designated to this zone, or you just don't got the chip, because the market of beast is coming. It is, and they already started to implement it on a small level, but it's gonna come a time where they're gonna implement it on a take it or die scale, and that's right around the corner. So you gotta come close and repent and get right with Yahawah Shem Yahawashi, you know. So before these things happen, that you'll be covered, that He'll keep you, you know. And some of us will die. It is what it is. But the scriptures say, precious in the sight of Yahweh is the death of His saints. So if we die with Yahawah Shem Yahawashi names written in our forehead, which is His name, and calling upon the name, and having faith in the name, He's not going to turn us away. Basically, make our calling and election sure. So let me this is verse 18. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. Man, behold, saith Yahawah, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which from the rising of the sun, and from the south, from the east, and Lebanus, to turn themselves one against another, and to repay the things that they have done to them. So like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also, and recompense in their bosom, thus saith Yahweh power. So basically, what you've done to the children of Israel, basically the elect of the children of Israel, which is His chosen, and all of Israel, because they still Israelites, So because what you done, you're gonna get repaid. The same thing is gonna happen to you, but double. The curses are gonna fall onto you, but double. So, and that's because what you did to the children of Israel. My right hand, which is Yahawashi, goofy nigga. We all know who I'm talking about. My right hand shall not spare the sinner, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth. The fire is gone forth from His wrath, and has consumed the foundations of the earth, and the sinners like the straw that is kindled. Woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, saith Yahweh. So, when Yahweh shall return, he's not gonna spare. You know what I mean? He's like the scriptures say, they that would not I reign over them, bring them here and slay them before me. So you want to seek, Yahawah Shem Yahawashi now, while it's possible, while the doors of repentance is still open. Because when that day comes, it's not going to be any mercy, it's gonna be it's gonna be fucked up. That's pretty much that sums it up, Now I'm gonna go to Ezekiel 23 and 24. So if you think this a game, by all means, continue. And you gonna find out that this is virtual reality. This shit is real, man. It's not virtual reality, but so to speak, it's real. It's reality. You're gonna see it with your eyes. You're gonna bear witness this with your hands, and you're gonna feel this, and you're gonna feel that famine when it comes. You're gonna feel that pestilence when you're sick. you gonna feel it, So, you gotta seek the Lord. Why He's allowing him to be found, allowing Himself to be found. And they shall. This is Ezekiel 20, 23, and 24. And they shall come against thee with chariots, wagons, and wheels, and with an assembly of people, which shall set against thee buckler and shield and helmet round about. And I will set judgment before them, and they shall judge thee according to their judgments. So, so that's martial law. You got the troops who, they may have a riot shields and a riot mask, and they gonna be waiting for you, and they gonna, put you in a concentration camp, or just plain gun you down. So you gotta, if you want the Lord to give you the strength to go through that, not to accept the chip, not to, denounce the name of yahawah, yahawashi. You gotta seek him now. You know what I mean? You gotta turn now, not being proud, being able to take reproof, because that's the Lord refining you. He's, because he said he's going to refine us as gold is refined, and refine us as silver is refined. So when the elder or the apostle getting on you, you need to really take that lesson to mind, and take what they saying, because it's clear that they are the prophets. It's clear that they are the prophets. It's clear that they are the men of yahawah, yahawashi. So if you know that, so you also know that his message and his words are going to come from those men as well. As far as, you got your apostles, the elders, and, your other ranking brothers, and the Lord can jump on, a younger brother to another younger brother to aid them, or, or to warn them, because the Spirit moves where it goes, I'm going to go to Amos 8 and 11. This is Amos chapter 8, verse 11. Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh power, that I will not send a famine in the land, nor that I will send a famine in the land, not with famine of bread, nor with thirst of water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh. And that's and you gonna look for the men of the Lord, and you ain't gonna find them. So you gonna be out here searching. They gonna cut the internet off. So what you gonna do now? The scripture says, "Study to show thyself approved." So you gotta get rooted and grounded, and continue in your own studies. The scriptures say, "Work out thy own salvation with fear and trembling." So you gotta be scared enough to do your own research, to do your own sit downs, to have faith, and trust on the name of Yahweh Shem Yahawashi. You gotta diligently seek Yahweh Shem Yahawashi for your own. Because I can't save you, the apostles can't save you. We can't cover. I mean, we can cover you to a certain extent by teaching you, but we also cover ourselves by warning you. So it's up to you after that to do what you need to do as a man, for the Lord, and set up your own personal relationship. So when you call on his name in that day, that he gon', okay, that's Mike Allah, that's Uriah, or that's Apostle Taha, and he gonna know you, and he's gonna come and make sure you straight, and make sure you okay, Now I'm gonna get Mark 13 and 8. I mean, the scriptures are plain, I mean, whether you here for bed, if you really think this a game and you want to lollygag, and I mean, you fuck with your bitches or whatever, but you gotta have a balance. You know what I mean? But you can't put nothing before Yahweh Shem Yahawashi. You can't do it. You're a dumbass if you do it. So just try your best, man. You know what I mean? You know, we get on you other camps because you're going off. Just get right, do the work. You know what I mean, and do the right thing, man. You know, it's Mark 13:8. Well, I'm gonna start at 5. And yahawashi answered them and began to say, "Take heed, lest any man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Mashiach, and shall deceive many." You know, and that's happened. You know what I mean? It's happening to this day. When you got other guys, you know, saying that this is the way. You know, this is the truth. You know, when they liars, man. You know, you got these other camps, Ash UPK and you know, Nate Satan and all these other guys. You know, and they preaching another Jesus, man. You know, they preaching about Jesus, man. You know, they not preaching about Yahawashi, man. Cause you know they preaching that white man, you know, and his doctrine, you know, was not telling you the truth. You know, withstanding these prophecies and warning our people of the things that's coming and scoffing, because you know Nate he knows that the RFID chip is the mark, but that pride, you know, when you prideful, you won't receive correction. You know what I mean? So you think you gonna say, fuck that, I know what I'm talking about. But deep down inside, you know, you got that voice telling you they right. You know, but you scoffing and you want to do it for that money, and you gonna find out, because the dollar's dead, man. So continue to follow people who wanna let the leaders of blind lead the blind. They both shall fall into the ditch. That's simple, you know. When ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, be ye not troubled, for such things must be, but the end shall not yet. But the end shall not be yet. So when you hear wars and rumors of wars, which is going on now, you know, they want to go into Iran and you know, China with the dollar and the yuan, you know, because that's a war tactic, man. That's what you call a strategic move, you know, because once you devalue a nation's money, they can't buy anything. When you cripple them from buying resources, importing and exporting, you crippling them. I mean, because they're not able to purchase things that they need to sustain their country, you know. For nation shall rise against nation, and everybody know that's happening, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be earthquakes in diverse places, and there shall and there shall be famines and troubles. These are the beginnings of sorrows. You know, so these are the beginning. This is the start of it. You know, this is the start of Jacob's trouble, you know, because, you know, you can go online right now, and like a couple Saturdays ago, we went online and did basically a current events, and it was earthquakes happening that day. I mean, 8.5, and you know, these are high magnitude earthquakes on the Richter scale, and they happening everywhere, you know. So these are things that you have to pay attention to, because it's happening, you know. It is happening, you know. But take heed to yourselves, for they shall deliver you up to councils, and so you know, the people, you know, if you don't be wise, you know, that's why, you know, you're gonna seek and you ain't gonna find us, because we got to be wise when that day comes. That's gonna be when the famine of the world really smack, you know, because they gonna be searching for us, because we on the top of the list. Because Esau know, you know, we've been cursing Esau out. We've been, you know, getting on the Rothschilds, the Oppenheimers, the DuPont. We've been getting on all these wealthy banking families. They know who we are. So just like it says in the book of Wisdom of Solomon, let's try them with despiteful torture. So they want to get they filthy little mongling hands on us, you know. But you know, and these things are gonna happen to some brothers. But you know, you gotta seek the Lord now, so he can build your spirit up to be able to endure through whatever they got for you. You know, and in the synagogues ye shall be beaten, and ye shall be brought before rulers and kings for my sakes, for a testimony against them. So you shall be brought to rulers and kings. You know, that's your you know, your governments and your different, you know, your captains of this military battalion or whatever, you know, and they gonna try you, you know. So basically, you know, you gotta continue in this thing, you know, until we over, because we almost out of here. Yahweh Shai Ratazah, you know, I'm a part of that number, and my Akim in Chicago as well, you know, because you know, you gotta truly believe, you know, like for real. You know, I mean, whatever your personal relationship is, you know, you really need to set that up, because you're going to need it in that day. I mean, you're going to need it. You know, so stop being lazy, stop being stagnant, and do what you need to do. I mean, even if you got a job, I mean, talk to Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi, I mean, which technically means to pray, so just to talk to, you know, and talk, you know, and tell them to keep you covered. I mean, you know, send up, you know, prayers. You know, send up prayers for the Akim to help keep them covered. You know, send up prayers for yourself to help keep you covered and give you diligence and help you endure to the end. You know, so you gotta cry out now. You know, so when it happened and the Lord started showing out, you know what I mean? He gonna take care of you. You know, this Romans 8. I'm gonna start at 8 and well, I'm gonna start at 8 and I'm gonna jump to 8:25. But if we hope for that which we see, then do we with patience wait for it. So you gotta hope, you know, and you know, pray to the Lord, you know, to keep you, you know, because we all hoping to be a part of that number, you know. So you gotta do the things you need to do to show the Lord that you believe, you know, and that you really subject to hope, you know, because we have no power. I mean, we have none, you know. It's Yahawah, Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi that has all the power. I mean, we're basically in rags right now, crying out to the Lord to redeem us, you know. Salakia, you know, for the things we done, you know. So, you know, I mean, because he don't need us. He don't. I mean, if you look through the past and you look at brothers that was on fire, I mean, and he just took his spirit from him. I mean, that's why the scriptures, I think it's Psalms, if I'm not mistaken, they say, take not thy Holy Spirit from me. You know? I mean, shit. You fucked after that. I mean, you fucked. You know? This is Romans 8. And I'm going to jump down to 35. Who shall I'm going to start at okay, I'm going to start at 35. Who shall separate us from the love of Mashiach? Shall tribulation or distress, or persecution or famine, or nakedness or peril or sword? As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day. So the prophets have always been killed, you know, for Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi's sake. Not for us, because we just tools. We just robots programmed to do what he programmed us to do. You know, so if we gotta die, we gotta die. And that is what it is, you know what I mean? For all the day long, we are accounted as sheep for the slaughter. Nay, in all these things we are made more than conquerors through him that love us. For I'm persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of Yahawah, which is in Mashiach Yahawashi our Lord. So, you should have that mindset that, I don't want, not your mama, not your sister, not your kids, not your stinking ass job, not none of it, nothing on this planet should be able to separate you from Yahawah Hashem Yahawashi. And that's because you continued into the things you've been doing. You suffered, and you went through we went through the regeneration with Yahawashi, and nothing's gonna be able to separate you from the Lord if you seek him. Why he's found, man. And you continue in the things that you need to do. And you be diligent to make your call and election sure. So with that, I'm gonna just say, Shalom, Yahawah Shem Al Shai Brakathum, to the Akim that's out there pushing the word in truth and sincerity. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Salutations to you brothers that's out there pushing the truth passionately, when sincerely, the truth. And I want to give all honor and glory to Yahawah Shem Yahawashi. And with that, I'm going to say Shalom.